Be the change you wish to see in the world. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. The future depends on what you do today. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. The weak can never initiate peace. Bravery is a prerequisite for peace. The enemy is fear. We think it is hate, but it is fear. The good man is the friend of all living things. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still voice within. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. The essence of all religions is one. Only their approaches are different. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Nonviolence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. It is mightier than the mightiest weapon of destruction devised by the ingenuity of man. The moment there is suspicion about a person's motives, everything he does becomes tainted. Hate the sin. Love the sinner. An ounce of practice is worth more than tons of preaching. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. There is more to life than simply increasing its speed. The earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. The good man is the friend of all living things. In doing something, do it with love, or never do it at all. Faith is not something to grasp. It is a state to grow into. The future depends on what we do in the present. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Our greatest ability as humans is not to change the world, but to change ourselves. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. There are 2 days in the year that we cannot do anything: yesterday and tomorrow. Each night, when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning, when I wake up, I am reborn. To lose patience is to lose the battle. My faith is brightest in the midst of impenetrable darkness. The law of love could be best understood and learned through little children. Your action expresses your priorities. Truth is one. Paths are many. Peace is its own reward. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. My life is my message.